Hi! Geek Week day number 2. I'm happy, I don't like happy. I'm busy this whole week, so I'm gonna try to fit in reviews as best I can. And, since we kind of knocked one out yesterday, I'm gonna go with my next one, which is one I've actually become quite fond of in a short period of time. TJ Omega in Diecast War Within Starscream. There he is. Let me fix the BG real quick. Yes, I said BG for background. Yes, TJ Omega. This will be a, how do I put it? One of his more famous reviews. Yeah. Which would be the, what is it? Plastic Addict. Which will not be called Plastic Addict unless I so willingly choose. Which it might. It will be. Yeah, I know, I have good times. Yeah. TJ Omega. He's going to get bonus points for this. But my rating overall for him is he has great quality and quantity. His reviews are awesome. So he gets a 10 out of 10 for that. And for his likeness, or that's what I said in the last one, I think. Think. Don't quote me on that. I said I think, so. And his likeness is about a 8 out of 10 because not a lot of people like him, so. Overall, I'll give him a 9.5. But he gets a boosting point. Because why? His real name, if you couldn't guess already, and if you didn't watch TJ Omega already, is Tyler James. And that's my first and middle name, so he gets a few bonus points there. By 0.5. So he has a full 10 out of 10. On to the review. There it is. There's that monstrosity of War Within. That's the worst Starscream figure anyone could ever own. I do not suggest buying this. Ah. Whoops-a-daisy. Now, this figure was a cool purchase as a kid. It is not meant for someone who can possibly want it now. Because why? Well, it's like, he doesn't stay together. Or look good staying together. But yes, he is a original-looking Seeker. He has the Starscream G1 blues and whites and orange cockpit and red bits here. And he looks good from the front. He has a little landing gear. But then you kind of be afraid of the gap. I mean, that's not just gap, that's head. Hands. They ruined the figure from the back. I mean, I know I'm not going to... And that's my Starscream, that's my Megatron, etc. No, I'm not going to do that, but still, I mean, they could have put a little bit of a flap right there. And obviously never designed a Transformer before, because why? Being that these are his guns, you can figure out what... And his arms are underneath it, you can guess what those are going to turn into. So, yeah, I'm critiquing this like him. Whew. Never thought I'd do it. But I am. And another thing, if you can do that or that and it will mess up the transformation, then that thing is not pegged tightly enough or put together well enough. And nothing on this is. I strongly dislike this figure. I almost hate it. The only reason I don't hate it is because it's Starscream. And now into the robot mode. Fold up landing gear. Extend the side panels out and down. Come back here, lift up the rest of the nose cone, and there's a little hole in a peg system. Take this leg, or whatever other leg, just do that. Bring him down, and flip out his feet. And now, flip him over. What was the side panel now became his leg. Genius move, people. Like we haven't seen that before. And now for the ultimate head reveal. Dun dun dun. You fold those wings open. And I know that was silent for about 5 minutes because I thought someone was here. Fold his arms down and then shift it down. And it's on a little rotating hinge. You just bring this up and down at the same time just to get it. And now Starscream in robot mode. Now, can I just say something? Who in their right mind would sell this? Oh, that's quiet again because Does it look that bad afar? No. But then you get into things such as the head, which looks nothing like Starscream. Not even close to a resemblance of a G1. And then you get into the more detailed things, like how that's all robot kibble hanging up, but that's okay, we forgive it, it looks like nice detail. But what was his gun and supposed to be his null ray is now covered up by half a panel. His arm's half a panel in metal. I mean, kind of fix it up by seeing the rest of the box by folding these wings inward. But then his arms just look ugly. So you want to leave the wings out. And articulation-wise, it's not bad for a die-cast figure. I mean, I think this is one of the best articulated ones ever, because you have double ratchet in the thigh. You get outward motion, a lot of outward motion. You actually get a thigh swivel, or a knee swivel for once, and you get full range of movement on the knee, and some toe movement. You have a fist swivel. And make sure I stopped at a good time. You have a full elbow joint for a right angle. You have a secondary elbow joint, so you can get some weird-looking arm movements out of that, and just that. And you get a full 360 motion there. There's a little minimal outward movement, and the head can rotate, but it's difficult to do that. So, why am I critiquing this so hard? Well, I strongly dislike this figure. You can't see his null rays. He has decent articulation for being a die-cast figure. He just doesn't fit the Starscream quality that I love. Transformers Cybertron had a better Starscream. At least then you could see his null rays. And he didn't even have any then. Which he actually did. If you look closely on the wings, if you got the figure Voyager or Supreme Leader, whatever it was, he had those little gun things at the very end. Those would count. But with this guy, you can't see his null rays. He's practically half jet on his legs. I mean, I can't even stand him up straight half the time. He's just falling, watch. I wasn't lying. He doesn't stand up at all. He's just a top-heavy. To quote Luke Skywalker from Episode 4, what an old piece of junk. And that was perfect. I mean, even his intakes, they're supposed to be at the front of him. These pieces are just molded metal. Paint apps suck. I mean, half the paint's already coming off of him. That looks like Boba Fett. I'm almost part way to saying I hate it. It's just not a good figure. And this has been my TJ Omega review. Quote the Plastic Addict. I stay addicted so you can stay away. Peace.